Jai Hind children, good morning. This class we are going to have a completely new chapter that has changed the life of humanity over the years, and this is what we call the print culture. Today there is nothing that which is not being influenced by print. Every day when we wake up early in the morning till we go to sleep, we are using print in one form or other. There's books, magazines, articles, signboards, writings on the wall, newspapers. Think about anything that you find print has a role to play. And this importance of print has changed our life. And this print will enable you, this class, how print has brought about a revolutionary change in the life of humanity. How print, because of the print, the life of man has just taken a paradigm shift from a previously life that is without print and now a life with print. How it succeeds, how it impacts, how it influences our life. Often actually we do not want to recognize that. We think that everything is coming easy. But how print today, what we see, how it reached the stage that it is today, can only be understood by reading this chapter called the print culture. Print technology first developed in the countries of China, Japan and Korea. But the print that actually we see today, the offset printing press today that we see, the cylindrical press, the electrical press, that was not developed at that time. It took a gradual, slow and gradual development over the thousands of years. Then what we see today that come to the shape of today's life. This was the kind of print actually that has developed in the state in the countries of China, Japan and Korea. It was actually a type of hand printing. And you know, paper was first printed in, invented in China. So the first printed book were made in the year 594 AD by rubbing a paper on the inked surface of wood blocks. Right, so these wooden letters were engraved, and then it was inked, the surface was inked, then it was pressed against a white sheet of paper and the imprint was taken. That is how actually the printing has been done, and this kind of printing is called wood block printing. The Chinese accordion books were actually made up of such kind of printing, hand printing, where since the Chinese accordion papers are very thin and porous, so one side has to be inked, one side of the surface has to be printed on the wooden, on the wood blocks. These kind of printed materials were copied with remarkable accuracy and beauty by those people of that time. This is called calligraphy. Calligraphy is the art of writing or art of beautiful writing, producing beautiful writing, handwriting. This is called calligraphy. Why printing developed in China, not elsewhere in the world? That might be a question actually. China possessed a huge bureaucracy during the medieval time. It recruited the civil servants, especially personals, through civil service examinations. And for them actually, the candidate needs printed materials in huge quantity. And during 16th century, the number of candidates sitting for the civil services has increased manifold. By 17th century, the urban culture boomed in China. Merchants even started using print for maintaining their day-to-day record in trading. So reading now, then reading also developed, reading also increased among women as a leisure activity. People started reading autobiography, narratives and fictions. So this led to the popularity of printing. Then printing from China reached to Japan, Korea, etc. How did printing reach to Japan? The Buddhist missionaries, those who went from China over to Japan, they carried with them the printing technology to Japan. By the year 768 to 770 AD, circa approximately, Buddhist missionaries during this period have introduced this hand or woodblock printing in Japan. The first and oldest book that was printed in Japan was the Buddhist Diamond Sutra. It has 6 sheets with few illustrations. It was only in the 18th century print advanced, especially in the urban hub of Edo, that is the present Tokyo. Books on women, musical instruments, calculations, cooking, famous places were printed. Then from China, print reached in Europe. You know, print reached in Europe through the same route through which silk, opium and other items have travelled from China over to Europe. That is called the Silk Route. During the 11th century, Chinese paper also reached to Europe through that same Silk Route. And during the 13th century, when Marco Polo, an Italian explorer, returned to Italy, Europe, from China after exploring years of exploration in China, he carried with him this woodblock print technology. And this woodblock print technology from China reached Italy. From Italy, it has started reaching to different parts of Europe. During this time, it's not that actually all of a sudden when this woodblock printing reached in Europe, that all of a sudden books were printed. No. By that time also in Europe, handwritten materials, manuscripts were produced with rare quality, beauty, and especially for the aristocracy and the monastic libraries. But the problem is that handwritten materials, especially the manuscripts means the handwritten materials, anything that is produced by hand or writings produced by hand is called manuscripts. Handwritten manuscripts were limited, could not satisfy the ever-increasing demand for books. And copying was also expensive, laborious and time-taking. Manuscripts are also fragile, difficult to carry and could not be carried away. Circulation is also limited because it was heavy. So what led to the rise of the printing press? What made the way for the invention of the printing press? It was limitations of the manuscripts that we have discussed just now, and the growing demand with the growth of population in the world. There is a growing demand for books, and demand for books means cheaper and quicker materials. Books that can be produced quickly and with less cost. So invention of a printing press is an urgent necessity. It was in Germany, Gutenberg, the son of a merchant. All the credit goes to this gentleman who is often considered to be the father of the printing press. Gutenberg was born to the son of, to a merchant who grew up on a large agricultural estate. From childhood, he has seen wine and olive press. Subsequently, he learned the art of polishing stones and became a master goldsmith. Thereby, he acquired the expertise to create lead molds for making trinkets. Trinkets means decorative objects like jewelry, etc., etc. So drawing this knowledge, he adopted existing technology to design his innovation. The olive press provided the model for a printing press, and molds used for casting the metal type of alphabets. By 1448, he perfected the system and published the first book called Bible. Means by 1448. By 1448, this printing press was perfected by Gutenberg, John Gutenberg, who is called the father of the printing press. When printing press developed by him, doesn't mean that all of a sudden it has printed thousands of books quickly and less costly, that we have already told you just minutes before. It took still several centuries for the printing to take the shape and pace of what we see today. Initial printing has some defects. Printed books closely resemble handwritten materials like manuscripts. I am talking about Gutenberg's printing technology and its shortcomings. Shortcoming is that whatever the printed material come out, that was looking like as if it was a written manuscript. It was looking like manuscript in layout and design. Metal letters imitated handwritten styles. Borders were to be illuminated by hand and designs to be hand drawn. In case people, those who are buying books, especially rich and elite, those who need books with illustrations and designs, empty space was to be left, so that when the rich will buy the book, he can have its designs, borders, illustrations be printed and through hand drawing. That could be hand drawn on those empty space. Means this is also shortcoming of the drawback. However, after Gutenberg's printing press was discovered, some changes came about in the entire world. A revolutionary change came about in the entire world. Invention of printing press actually led to the transformation of lives of people because of the circulation of knowledge, information that influence way that man thinks, the perception of the people, leading to virtually what is known as print revolution, that has changed the way man thinks, the way man behave, the way man react. This impact now we are going to discuss. Because of the print revolution, a new reading public came out. Because now books were produced in huge quantities, the circulation was very large. And the time taken for producing books is also very little, and the cost has also reduced to the minimum. Now large quantity of printed materials circulated, that started flooding the market. People of all walks of life, rural, urban, rich, poor, everybody started buying the books because they are cheaper. Access to books now created a new culture of reading. So far, reading was restricted to the rich aristocracy or the elite class people. Now everybody, the common man, large sections of the common man could afford to buy such books because they are cheaper. Knowledge was now transferred through reading. Initially, knowledge was transferred through orally. Means earlier illiterate people heard the stories, sacred books read out to them, ballads recited to them, and folk tales narrated to them. Now the hearing public started reading the books. Means print technology has changed the hearing public into a reading public. Children, make sure that at least you are reading these questions and solve the answer. Solve these questions and answer these questions. Reading not only changed the social life of the people, it has brought about radical change the way man thinks. He started developing power of reasoning, logical reasoning, rationality. His scientific temper developed. He does not want to believe anything unless he is satisfied. There is a reason behind this. He even questioned the authority of the state, the authority of the church. That led to the debate, that led to what is known as the Protestant Reformation movement. You know, print helped the wider circulation of ideas. It introduced a new world of debate and discussion. People who disagreed to the established authority now printed and circulated the ideas and persuaded the people and moved them to action. Many became apprehensive that print might bring changes in the minds of the people. Some doubted that this print may destroy the importance of the valuable literature and it can create a rebellious attitude in the minds of the reader, leading to revolution against or the revolt against the state, the king, the absolute king and the absolute church and its authority. And in the process, the authority of the valuable literature may be destroyed. It will take the place of print. What are the religious implications of print? Now we are going to discuss. It was the year 1517. Martin Luther, a great religious reformer, wrote 95 theses criticizing the practices and the rituals going on within the church. He has printed copy posted on a church door in Wittenberg, challenging the church to debate his ideas. Luther's writings were reproduced in large numbers and read widely. Those 95 theses. This led to the division within the church and led to the beginning of the Protestant Reformation movement. Luther translated the New Testament, which sold 5,000 copies. Luther regarded print as the ultimate gift of God and the greatest one. The next part of the print culture, the chapter, will continue in the next class. Thank you very much, children.